Hey y'all, it's Megan. Welcome back to the channel. Glad y'all are here today. Come spend some time with us this afternoon on another icy day. For lunch, put together a big flatbread pizza. We're gonna see how it is. This was Andy's idea, and I looked it up and it said, yes, of course you can use flatbread as a big pizza crust, so I'm excited to try it. It didn't take too long to cook where it wasn't actual like raw pizza dough. I rolled it out as thin as I could and then just fixed it like a regular pizza and cooked it like 15 minutes on 425, maybe 20 minutes. But we're gonna eat us some lunch and then we're gonna see what we can get into. I hope it's good.
I hope I did good putting all the ingredients on it. I can't take credit for that dough though.
I have leftovers after this.
It looks good, don't it? Man, that looks good.
That looks better than a pizza house.
Tell me about it. Pizza Hut ain't got nothing on us. That's hot.
So what all you got on it? Andy was the creator here. Pepperonis.
So it was a layer of sauce, of course, then a little bit of cheese, then pepperonis, salami, ham, Black Forest ham, and then the top layer of cheese. And then on my little section over here, I wanted some pepperonis on top too, so I have that as well. But Megan didn't. She didn't want that many pepperonis.
It's hot.
Looks good.
Does look good. Even if you did make it.
Well, I come down and built a fire down here in Daddy's shop earlier this morning, and we've just now made it down here to get to work. I think we're going to open up this can and see what Jacob's carburetor looks like for that lawnmower. It's been soaking in there now for, gosh, it's been over a week, ain't it? Mm-hmm. It's been in there a while, a little bit longer than I anticipated leaving it, but things has been a little hectic around here and we just hadn't got that far. But we're going to tackle it today. I got the rebuild kit here. We're going to open up this can where the carburetor's been sitting and soaking and see what it looks like. Just gradually pull it up. Keep it going. There you go.
There it's coming. Oh, it stinks.
Get it right there. There it is.
The
float's floating. I guess that's a good sign. Whoa. Let me grab that float there. Hold on. Let me grab you a paper towel so you can set it on.
It looks brand new.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, there's what it looks like. We're still going to have to take some carburetor cleaner and spray off the outside of that. But everything else looks pretty nice. Did what?
Do you remember how a carburetor goes together? Even though I've done two, I don't remember how it goes together.
No, we'll figure it out. It's like a puzzle.
Yep.
Let me have that desk, that seat right there. Well, that float's in really good shape. After it cleaned up, that looks good. So that's your bowl. That's your fuel bowl there.
Yeah. What does it do? What does that do?
That's where all your fuel goes into. When it enters the carburetor, you know, it comes in and it'll enter into that bowl, which the bowl sits right here. And then this jet right here that's coming out of that tube picks the gas up and blows it into the engine. Essentially, that's how it works. Something like that. So before we do anything, before I get any of those pieces out, I'm going to take this outside and blow the rest of that sludge off of it. And it looks like we got a gasket right there.
Do we have one?
Yeah, the new one's right there. So we'll get that out and go out there and clean it out. So that's the piece we need for the bowl, that gasket. And then the rest, we have our main needle valve that cuts the fuel off, and that piece goes up in there that the needle valve sits in. And then we have those two washers there. They'll go around.
Hopefully that needle stops the issue of the gas flowing back into the engine.
Hopefully. And then we got a new rod that holds the float in. So we got to take that piece right there out. And that's this. I'm not 100% sure where them two go. We'll have to find them.
What is that?
Two little washers that would prevent something from leaking.
Maybe that's what mine's missing. Maybe you're supposed to put a washer in it, and then mine just wore off, and then it started leaking that gas.
You think so? All right, that was a bit of a challenge to find a socket that would fit that piece right there.
What size is it?
Well, it's a 3/8, but the challenge was it doesn't have enough room, so I had to find a really thin socket that would fit down on that in order for me to get it out. Right there, where one of them washers goes.
Yep.
So you need to take that black one.
Will it go in there?
Other side.
Oh, this side. Is that it?
Yeah. So then this new piece, we got the new washer on there, will go down.
Do we need to put this? Would it be easier to put this in there before we put it in
No,
there?
that goes in after. That attaches to the float.
Oh.
There we go. Come on, get out of there. Now, Jacob,
What do we need to do now?
we'll put that piece back in there.
Okay.
That's the seal that goes for the bowl. Then we got a new rod. Here, you get around here and hold that.
Sit in there.
Yeah, that's what it does. And then that float just keeps it mashed down. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
And then when all the gas goes out the float, we'll go back to the bottom and shut it off.
That's right. Yep, see, that works just like that. So when your gas is coming into your carburetor, the bowl is empty. And once the bowl gets full, that float pushes up and shuts off the gas. And that's what we were having a problem with this thing originally, was the fact that the gas wasn't shutting off quite like it should, and that lawnmower would flood out in an instant.
You had to turn the gas off every time.
All right, now that's got to go back up in there.
Then this goes around that.
Good and clean. Then this is going to sit on there just like so. Like that.
Yeah.
I guess that's right. I don't know. Like I said, that piece wasn't in there, so we may end up having to take that back out.
What's this?
That's one of them adjustment needles.
Oh.
Hold that.
Looks like we bought a new bulb for our carburetor.
It's pretty and clean, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
There's that other piece.
It's still red. What's the matter? Is it supposed to be clean through there? It's supposed to be clean through there?
Yeah, I was making sure it wasn't no trash. There we go. Make sure all that looks like it's lined up right.
It looks like it is.
We'll tighten that up in a minute.
I got a question.
What?
What's this one do and what's this one do?
That one is your throttle. So that's, when you open that up, it allows more gas into the engine so your engine revs up.
Okay.
That's your choke. That shuts the air off to the engine when you're trying to cold start it.
But then, if you have it like that, some air can still get through. That's how it still starts.
That's right.
So will that fix how rough that choke is?
No, that's all in your cable. Well, that's it. It's that simple. That's done. That carburetor right there is rebuilt. Now, there probably will be some fine tuning we have to do to it. I may even have to go in and adjust on the float to allow more gas or less gas to come into the bowl. I hope I don't.
What would that, why would you need to do that?
If you notice that it's flooding really bad, we'd have to go in and do that because it's letting too much gas in.
How do you adjust the float?
You have to bend it. Where it's made out of that little bit of copper,
Mm-hmm.
you can bend it and adjust that.
Oh.
And then these air-fuel mixture screws there will most likely have to be adjusted on. But other than that, I mean, it's done. That's how simple it is to rebuild a carburetor on these old engines. Unfortunately, we can't put it on today because I forgot to get this gasket where it mounts to the engine. So I do got to go online and grab one of those. But other than that, it is done. And it's amazing how much better that carburetor looks. Looks like a brand new one.
Used to be black.
Pretty, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Now that this is done, I got to get up my mess over here. But I'm going to pull my red truck down here, my red dually, and I'm not going to work on it today, but I'm going to do a little bit of investigating because I've been having an issue with it. And just like I say, all this old stuff, it seems like there's always something that you got to do to it.
I just have to show y'all because I'm getting plumb tickled at myself at this point. I can't figure out if it's hilarious or if it's ridiculous. Did you see this? This is still the sleet that fell, almost a week ago now. But anyways, I got a nice skating rink. So, I really can't pick up my feet when I'm walking in my backyard. I just have to skate till I get to the driveway to the tire tracks. Just watch. No reason to pick up your feet. You'll slide wherever you need to go. I really gotta watch it. While I'm out here piddling around, I'm gonna go check my chickens to see if they decided to leave me another present. What up, chickies? I'm just gonna ice skate right on over here. Y'all got many eggs today? Maybe. Just maybe. Huh? Let's see. No. No surprises today. Well, beggars can't be choosers. Ain't that right, guys? Yeah. Who are you mooing at? Well, there was one hiding front for me. We almost have enough for all of us to have one. And the children are back. Y'all check out how slick this stuff is. They don't even have to have a sledding hill.
You can't even sit in them to get positioned and they start taking off. Well, if this whole thing will crank, we're gonna go do some diagnosing on it. I'll explain what all's been going on with it here when we get down there. It cranked. That was actually pretty easy. I drove it yesterday so I could get all the ice and snow melted off of it. I'm surprised it cranked that easy. This particular 7.3 here is about the most cold-natured thing I've ever been around. I had a 7.3 before this truck that would start instantly. It didn't matter how cold it was. That truck cranked great. But this one here, I've had all kinds of work done to it. I have actually spent a lot of money on this truck, and since I've owned it, not all at one time, but since I've owned it, and it still just doesn't start the way it should. But it cranked fine this go around. So anyways, I got to lock the hubs in so I can get out from down here, and I'm gonna let it sit here and warm up a few minutes. No use in even trying this in two-wheel drive. This is my 1999 Ford F-350 Power Stroke. I absolutely love this truck. This truck, I looked for this truck for a very long time before I ever bought this truck. Prior to this truck, I had a single cab F-250 Power Stroke that was in mechanically much better shape, however had more mileage than this truck. But anyways, long story short, I hunted for this truck right here, and when I found it, I bought it immediately because it was exactly what I was looking for. My family was growing. I needed a four-door truck, and this was the truck I was looking for. Now, I know a lot of people probably don't care about trucks quite like I do, but I am a very avid truck enthusiast, especially I used to be a lot more than I am now. And this truck was the perfect truck. It was straight gear, 6-speed manual, Power Stroke engine, 4-wheel drive, dually, crew cab. Exactly what I was looking for, and it was red. Red is my color. I love red. And had a shifter in the floor for the 4-wheel drive and lockout hubs. I like old school technology, and it don't get no better than that right there because that's going to work. I know most every vehicle these days has a button on the dash for the 4-wheel drive, and you don't have to lock in the hubs, but this right here works. That's all there is to it. There's not many things on this that's going to break on this setup. But anyways, little did I know when I bought this truck, apparently it hadn't been taken care of quite like it should have. And as I mentioned earlier, over the period of time of me owning this truck, I have sunk a ton of money into this truck. And I'm not going to say it's been one thing after the other because it's been a good truck. I've worked this truck hard in my life, and in my time of owning it. Bought it right after we had Jacob. So that's like 9 years now, 9 or 10 years. Anyways, it's been a good truck for me, but I have had to spend a lot of money on it. And most of the things I had to fix were, in my opinion, from neglect, from the prior owner to me. But today, there is some type of roaring going on that you hear it when you're pulling up to a stop sign. At first, I thought it was like the front wheel bearings going bad. And these trucks are known for wheel bearings going bad in the front. I have replaced many of them, even on that truck I had prior to this one. But it's not. The other day, I jacked the front end up, spun the tires, everything sounded good. If you're just rolling, you hear a little, just a roar, and it don't sound right. It's just, you know your vehicles, and I know that that's a noise that this truck don't normally make. So I'm going to jack the back end up so I can free spin the tires and be able to free spin that drive shaft, and I'm going to check out that bearing underneath there. I'm not working on it today because I don't have any parts. I just want to know if that is what it is. I can be getting the parts, and while we've got rough weather coming up, I can be getting it fixed. You know, it seems like half the battle of fixing something sometimes can be diagnosing the problem. And this problem's actually been going on for probably a good month or two. I haven't drove this truck a lot lately because of that. But I know it's been at least a month or two. It may have been longer than that. But after finding out it wasn't the front wheel bearings, I kind of got thrown for a loop for a minute. And it sounds fine. Well, it's kind of not what I was hoping for. It feels fine. Nothing there is loose. All of that is quiet as it can be. I'm not gonna lie, that's not what I was hoping for. I was really hoping it was that bearing, because now maybe I should, while I got it in here on concrete, I think I'll go ahead and jack up the front end and just check that. Well, I was really hoping it was this bearing, because that's an easy find. Like I said, I've already checked that stuff in the front end. I'm going to check it again, so we'll see. But if those wheel bearings are good, there ain't much more in the drive line that's spinning all the time when the truck's spinning. So that means that noise could potentially be something inside the transfer case or even into the transmission. See, when I spin it like that, I don't hear anything inside the transfer case spinning. Making a noise. Well, golly. For those of y'all who don't know, this is your transfer case. That's what throws power to your four-wheel drive, to your front tires. See, the drive shaft comes out up there in front and goes up there to the front end. A two-wheel drive truck doesn't have that. The drive shaft that goes to the back comes directly out of the transmission up here. Then this is your transmission. And like I said, this one's got the 6-speed manual. It's not what I thought it was. I'll tell you, when you're in the truck, it really sounds like it's coming from this area right here. All right, I got my hub locked in. Let's unlock that. I hear a little bit of brake drag. But I don't hear anything that sounds unusual. But there is a little bit more brake drag on that wheel than it should be. So it could be something of that. I don't know. I'll go ahead and lock that back in. There it is. Let's check the other side. Well, that's interesting. That hub's not unlocking. Could that be what it is? You know, the old F-250 I had before this one, I ended up having to put a set of hubs on it, or the lockout hubs, because it got to where it wouldn't unlock. And you know what? That might very well be what our problem is on this one, because that drive shaft is still turning, going up to the transfer case, and it shouldn't be right now because the hub is unlocked. That means that this, well, I was talking good about this setup a while ago, but what that means is something inside this lockout hub has stuck or malfunctioned or even broke, and it's causing this wheel to stay locked in all the time. And that would make sense, because it does kind of sound like your hubs are locked in when you hear that little roaring noise. So that's locked in there, and nothing changes. Interesting. Well, I might try that. I'll find me a new set of lockout hubs for this truck. I'll probably get some Warrens or something. I think Warren is what I put on the other truck I had. And I'll give that a try. Because this one is really hard to turn. Like, it takes some force to turn that hub. So something inside that lockout hub may be broke. That's the only thing I've got to go with. I don't hear anything else other than that. But that would make sense. Like I said, diagnosing this stuff is half the battle. And I'm still not 100% sure that if I replace that hub, that's going to fix this noise I'm hearing. And if it don't, well, at that point, we drive it until something breaks. But I believe I'll be on the search. But now knowing that it's the hub, that most likely I think it's that hub being stuck, causing the drivetrain to turn all the way up to the transfer case, that does make sense of why I would be hearing this little bit of roaring that I'm hearing. And what it is that drive shaft turning all the time, and that drive shaft shouldn't be turning. Like I said, it's a very, very quiet roar, but it's just enough of a noise that I know it's doing something it ain't supposed to do. That does make sense. But now that I know that, I'm not afraid to drive this truck. I have been just a little bit afraid to drive it because I was scared that bearing back there in the drive shaft was coming out, and I did not want to get left on the side of the road with that bearing failing on me. So anyways, all right. I'll get on the hunt for some hubs. I'll probably go ahead and order some of those tonight, and we'll replace them and see if that fixes everything. Tiger can't hardly walk on this, can she?
No, she come running around the corner and tried to come fast around the corner just now, and her feet flew out from under her. It's slippery, ain't it?
And I did not realize how slick it was until last night when I come out in a different pair of shoes. And we are no way, shape, or form affiliated with Keen boots.
I wish we were. Somebody knows how to make that happen.
Yeah, I mean, because we absolutely love Keen
Yeah.
shoes. That's Keen, K-E-E-N.
That's what we all wear.
But these are Keen boots. Hang on, let me see if I can show this. On the bottom, they have them little gripples in them. And these things are working wonderful out here on top of this slick, nasty mess. I come out last night in my Keen hiking tennis shoes, whatever you want to call them. And as soon as I hit the ground right there below the steps, I thought my feet was going to go out from under me. It was absolutely unreal how slick this stuff was. But with these shoes on, I mean, I have not had a problem anywhere.
So I get a lot of questions about my horses, or I have lately. There's been a lot of interest in the horses and what I feed them where they're elderly and so on and so forth. They're not really able to eat forage because of their dental problems due to their age. I've had the vet out here multiple times. I mean, there are no teeth to be floated. But the feed that I feed them is this Total Feeds Total Equine, and I have been so pleased with that. Rust Ridge Ranch LLC is who I get that from, and it's some good stuff. And the horses have the best winter coat they've had in the last 2 or 3 years. Wouldn't you say so?
Oh yeah. So that's what the feed looks like.
And it's a extruded feed, and so when we soak it, because of course we soak it since it's got beet pulp in it especially, but when you soak that feed, it pretty much turns into a mash.
And so for her horses, what we do is mix mostly that feed, the beet pulp and alfalfa pellets all together, and then soak it.
Before the making of this video, they're calling for another round of snow. I guess my poor old Honda ain't never gonna get out again, is it?
Your battery's probably gonna be dead before you ever drive that thing again.
It'll go in the snow.
No, it'll go in the snow. I just didn't see no need in you driving it and getting salt all over it when
No,
we've got
I know.
salt all over every other vehicle up here. All right, put a little bit more in there and we'll just let it soak.
All right.
But I'll tell you, them youngins is having a blast.
You ain't even gotta have a heel to sled on it, so slick.
It's impressive how well that old Tahoe goes in the snow.
Well, and we also took it to the beach this year
Yeah.
to drive out on the sand to go fishing. And that thing, I knew it would go good in the snow because the way it floated across that sand, like...
Yeah, it floats like a boat.
Yeah.
Floats like a boat.
But, you know, we're scared if we paint it and make it look nice that it'll kick the bucket.
Oh,
so.
you know it will.
So we're just as is.
Yeah, it's just going to be what it's going to be. We'll drive it till the wheels fall off of it. And there to be. Look at that. Crazy youngins. Look, there's the first peak of sun we've seen all day. But now look at them clouds. That looks like snow clouds coming in.
I believe
over the sun.
It may be on the way, dear.
Well, you said you saw that your phone was showing it's supposed to be snowing right
Like
now,
that
right?
right now, yeah.
Well, that might be it coming, because it sure is dark over there.
Well, come on, we'll get out here and feed these cows.
All right.
This is only slightly an incline, well,
If they were down there on that hill in the pasture,
they'd be gone.
yeah, golly, they'd look like on Christmas vacation when he's on that metal sled. Wouldn't be no bottom left in those.
Go,
What?
lady, go.
I gotta have space. Oh gosh!
I do. Come on, Ty. I
Come
will.
on. Come on, Ty.
Come on, Ty.
Be careful right there where that's thawing. That's slick. The mud
The
is.
mud.
Come on. I bet I got to put another bale of hay in. I do.
Here he comes.
Come on, Ty.
Your cow's still moving at you.
Do what?
Your cow's still moving at you.
Yeah, I know. They know what time it is.
Hey, buddy. So actually, this is the horse that doesn't have any teeth, as you can tell. So he's holding up pretty good though, considering.
It is so warm under there.
You gonna crawl under there too?
I might. It's gotten colder this season, I believe.
It has. Come on, Ty. And then Ty, he's got some arthritis in his back legs. So I give him a little aspirin when it's cold weather. Now, when it's the warm days and it warms up pretty good during the day, I don't give it to him. He seems to do okay. But just like an older person, his bones are a little stiff when it's cold outside.
Them youngins is up there having a time.
All the time.
I know.
All the time.
So is that aspirin or whatever just made for animals or just horses?
Yeah, made for horses, yeah, see?
Really?
Yeah, I get it off Chewy. Yep.
See,
But
even I learned something today.
But I can tell a difference in him when I give it to him and when I don't, if it's cold outside. Like I said, if it's warm, it don't seem to bother him, but he's got that arthritis, and, well, if I had arthritis, I reckon I'd take me a little something too. So.
That's right. Look, y'all, there's something else got to be finished up this winter.
You know why?
Because this, I guess, will be officially turned into Meagan's animal barn, or whatever you want to call it.
Because we're missing a tractor back here. It's over there now.
Yep. Jacob's is over here, but only for the snow. This was easy for him to get out if it snowed. But yeah, all of this will be boxed in. Not boxed in, but
We'll be like this.
yeah, it'll be
Like this, just
cut off like this right here is.
But yeah, just extended.
And so I've got to finish boxing that in and then put boards across there, and then we're going to rig up like almost like a loading chute, I think, out there on that end.
I want to do something such as that, some kind of narrow pathway. And then, of course, my stanchion, we're going to do a little work on it.
But if we continue on with this weather, all of these winter projects are going to come into spring projects, and I'm going to be trying to do them when I need to be planting and everything else. So, and yes, I could be working on all this stuff, but every bit of my lumber that I have cut is down there buried below all this snow.
And well, it ain't even snow, it's ice.
Ice, whatever it is.
Yeah. I better hurry up. They're plotting on us. Look at them. Look at them.
They're figuring it out, ain't they? Listen to them.
Feed me.
That's all cows are good for, asking for feed.
Feed me. Now.
But anyways, I guess we're going to continue on getting all the evening stuff done.
Yep.
And
Yep.
about time to call it an evening.
It has gotten colder out here.
It has.
The air has changed or something. Not to the children necessarily.
No, look at this, y'all. Y'all, they missed it. It went right behind that. She went right behind the trailer as soon as I turned it around.
She just flipped out of the sled.
But anyways, I guess that's going to about do it for today's video.
We hope something in this video might have warmed your heart here on this cold winter day. And
It'd take a lot to warm a heart on a day like today.
hope, if nothing else, it brought a smile to your face. And,
That's right.
We sure appreciate each and every one of you watching, and we hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you might have learned a little something. Till we see y'all on the next one.
Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one.